Ooh, is this really for a 13-year-old? Or are you just looking for excuses? Hello, my name is Angel. Some people call me Bunny, but this is the bunny and his name is Bonnie. We have a doozy today. As always, welcome back. And let's talk about a serious issue that I've seen in the animation meme community. Animation meme videos that are labeled 17 or lower that contain inappropriate content. After looking for inspiration to make my own animation meme, I've come to the conclusion that this is yet all too common, which is truly a disturbing fact. I shouldn't have to say it, but if your animation meme contains anything that's not safe for work, it needs to be 18 plus. I mean, at least include that in your title instead of anything lower than 18 plus, because 12 plus and it containing something like a syringe this, it's just not gonna cut it, my friends. That's not how this works. First, let's address the elephant in the room. We're seeing a rise in these types of videos because they attract views. Obviously, sex sells, people, as they say. Creators know that sensational or risky content gets attention, and unfortunately, it lures views and can lead to poor decisions. Though sometimes it's not just that. These animators make it because they enjoy it. Is that a crime on its own? No, but when you have a title that says 12 plus, 13 plus, 15 plus, etc., you're inviting minors to come look at your content. Also keep in mind of your audience. If you have minors in your audience, don't post this type of content unless you make it clear that minors should not be within your threshold of the internet. You should not be posting this type of content. You are and I can't believe I have to say this, you are responsible for what you post. Some of y'all act like you don't have a digital footprint, and it's really concerning. Your inappropriate content, the one with sexual themes, sexual music, content with blood and gore, should not be viewed by minors. And while you can't physically stop minors from being in your domain, the least you can do is let them know that they should not be there. You know what I mean? Take responsibility. Okay, imagine you're running a Spencer's gift store. You know Spencer's, okay? The store contains a lot of not safe for work products, okay? Could you imagine you're yelling outside from your store, from your Spencer's store, that, yeah, if you're 12 years old, you could definitely, it's definitely okay for you to browse the store that contains no, that's what this looks like. I would even argue that you're basically showing a bunch of kids who, mind you, are still very impressionable soft porn. Is that a hot take? I'm sorry. Is that what you want to do? Really? Would you be okay with showing a child that? This isn't just a harmless trend. It has real implications. Many of these creators, often younger themselves, may not fully grasp the impact of their work. They create flashy animations with adult themes, thinking it's just for fun or just to be edgy. However, by labeling their content as suitable for ages 17 or younger, they create misleading perceptions of safety for younger viewers that might stumble upon it. Do you really want to be the one who introduces a 12-year-old to not safe for work content? So that begs the question, why is this harmful to kids? Well, if I have to explain this to you, I'm a little concerned. For starters, exposure to inappropriate content can normalize behaviors and themes that are not age appropriate. Kids might internalize these messages, believing that what they see is acceptable or normal. This can affect their understanding of relationships, consent, and self-image. The Child Development Journal has published findings showing that exposure to sexualized content can result in increased anxiety, depression, and lower self-esteem among children and teens, impacting their overall mental health. I mean, there are tons of studies to show that children being exposed to these types of topics are not okay for them. It really shouldn't have to be said anymore. You shouldn't have to be told over and over again that your content is not appropriate for minors because it's harmful for them. And why do we need to convince you to make things? Just put 18 plus in your title. I don't understand. Sorry, I lost my head there for a little bit. Research shows that early exposure to adult themes can lead to confusion and anxiety in young viewers, right? They might struggle to differentiate between fantasy and reality, which can have lasting effects on their emotional and social development. You see this a lot now of these days within younger boys who have, and there's no other way I can put this, porn addiction. That's basically what this kind of is. We also need to look at accountability. Who's making this content? Often, it's a mix of young creators looking to gain popularity, and sometimes more experienced animators who should know better. Regardless of their age or experience, there needs to be a standard of responsibility. If you're producing content that skews towards adult themes, it should be labeled appropriately, 18 plus or nothing. And hey, if you know all these facts and are still labeling your content for minors, then I think there's seriously something wrong with you. Are you sure that you're not a pedophile? I'm sorry. I didn't say that. That's not exactly what I mean. But would you want to expose minors to this content? If so, get some help. That's not okay. It is not normal. Okay? And to show that I'm not just making this up, let's look at a few of these. And see how bad they are. Because they're everywhere. Okay, so there is this animation meme called Shoulder Boulders. And I've seen a handful of animators label this animation meme as either 13 plus or 15 plus, which is just bonkers to me because the song is about boobs and flashing them, which is not appropriate. You think a 13-year-old is old enough to hear this song? Why would this ever be appropriate? And then coupled with the drawings, it's just, ooh. Alright, here's another one called Fantasize. This video is labeled 15 plus, but the song is not appropriate. It's very clearly about making love, but not only that, the drawings are the characters being sexualized. So we see, I don't know how young this character is. They look pretty young, which is very disturbing. Their shirts getting pulled all the way up, exposing their chest, which is just not okay. It's just very much sexual innuendos in these memes that is not okay for younger people to be viewing. Now, I would not want my middle schooler freshman year in high school student or child to be watching this for obvious reasons. Okay, there's also this one. Excuse me. There's also this one called Emo Boy. And you got me here. Look, I'm an adult, so I feel like I can enjoy these types of things. The song is catchy, okay? I understand why someone would want to make a meme for this. But The video is labeled 15 plus. Well, there's the issue there. Not only is the song very, very sexual, like she talks about man parts and making love with a guy that she saw at the mall. There's also a picture of, well, it's a furry, but she has no pants on. She has no pants on, so it's not okay. That's sexual content. I couldn't imagine my 15-year-old watching this. It's so crazy. Oh my god, no. And there are close-ups. Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. I just can't. This just disgusts me that people feel like it's okay for at least a 15-year-old to be watching this. No thanks. And it's not just animation memes that contain characters and basically nothing or anything that's inherently sexual. It's also a problem when the characters are visually aroused. It does not matter how much clothes that your character is wearing, or even if the song is not sexual. If your character is aroused, that is content made for someone who is older than 18, because it's not safe for work. It's not safe for children. Children should not be looking or even thinking about that or being exposed to that. And I get it, teenagers are teenagers, but this is not content you should purposely be feeding them. Yeah, do we get that? I think it's pretty easy to understand. So what can we do about this monstrosity that seems to be pretty normal in this community? Well, first, we can advocate for clearer labeling and a greater responsibility within the community. We can also educate younger viewers or older viewers about the content they consume and encourage them to question what they see. Inform them how it's not good for them or for others, the whole shebang. Let's create a community that emphasizes the well-being of our audience and our minors over clicks or feel goods, because some of y'all are weird. Anyways, this is not what I want people to see our community as. I don't want people from the outside to look at all this and judge us or think we're weirdos because of a select few who think it's okay to show this type of content to minors. Let's not be that. Those people. Please. We want to make a good name for ourselves. People already think that our community already sucks. And yes, it does, but let's make a better community for us, because this is not how we started. We should be protecting each other, and we should definitely be protecting minors. Anyways, I appreciate you took your time to listen to me ramble about a topic that is pretty important for our community. If you have anything you want me to talk about, I certainly will. Just leave a comment down below. I need ideas here, people. I am quite dry. I don't really have anything to talk about. But it's okay. I hope you like this video. Please take care of yourselves and have a lovely day.